Try that. Six tilde 1. It handled the whole thing? Okay. There we go. Yep, seems to be working. And there it went. Well, if you get a system cannot find the path specified, you made some mistake in typing this in. Because mine did work. Now, nothing happened that you saw. It did actually work, because it is now compiled. I now, to run it, need to run Java and then the file name. So C:// and I want you to do this just a few times so that you really appreciate what we're going to be doing in just a few minutes. But this is the experience that you need so that you can say, yes, I've done runtime or command line compilations. Because once you've done the other, you won't go back. Okay? Now, I don't have to put in the .java on this. It's looking for the bytecode that's been created of hello world, and it's going to run it. Ready for some true excitement? If you're not sure where the file's at or what it looks like, you can always go look for it in the C drive. Here I jump to the C drive. There's my .java file, hello world.java. What it does is it creates a .class. The .class is actually the bytecode that's ready to be run. So, back here on my command line, I can now press enter, and it says, hello world! Oh wow, I feel so good after that 20 minutes of programming, don't you? If it says it cannot read it, either you have an error in the program, or you made a typo somewhere in this. Now, I did all of that. I did all of that to show you something different so that I could go to the next thing. I'm going to go ahead and type exit here. This is saved on the web after class if you want to look at it again. I'm closing my notebook and I'm opening up Eclipse. And there's that just messing around that we did yesterday. I'm going to close that out. Delete it. Okay, File, New, Project. If you get an exception in thread, you made a mistake somewhere in your program, which means you have to go back to the start, go back and edit your file, find the error, and then recompile it and run it again, which is why we like to go into Eclipse, because here's the difference. Don't worry about what we just did. I did all that to show you this. I'm creating a new Java project, so I click on Next, and I'm just going to call it Hello World. So I got my Hello World. I'll click on Next and Finish. There's Hello World. Nothing's happened yet. All I do is have a storage place to put this. Now I'm going to right-click on Hello World. Click on New. Don't click on it. Just go over New and click on Class. There's Hello World. Here's our first part of it, and I'm just going to call it Hello World again. But this time I'm not capitalizing it. I've got public static void main selected with a check mark. Okay? So it's a public for the modifiers, and which method stubs are turned on is public static void main and this inherited abstract methods. Okay? Click Finish. And notice the first part of it's already done for me. I've already got, and you can get rid, this is comments right here. We're not going to worry about those now, so you can just delete them. I've already got public class hello world left bracket, public static void main string, brackets, arguments, curly bracket. And then it says, hey, you need to create some stuff inside of it. I'll delete that again. That was just a comment. Now this should look just like what we had before. There's only one thing missing, our hello world statement. So, underneath public static void main, left curly bracket, I'm going to type in the same thing I had before, system dot. Now, a cool thing happens when you hit that dot. It gives you a list of possible things that might come after the dot. Look, there's out. I can double click on out, and it pops up there for me. Dot. It may not do that for you if you don't have the system help turned on. We'll go over that later. I'm going to do a print line. You can see all the different things that can be put out. Well, we're only going to do print line. You could do any of them, but right now we're only going to do print line. There are several print lines. We're just going to type in print line because it makes life easier. Just type in print line. No, it's all lowercase. And capitalization matters in Java. That'll be one of your biggest frustrations is, I capitalized it and it won't work. Most commands are lowercase. LN, which stands for print a line. Then I'm going to put a left parenthesis, quote, hello world. I'll even throw in an exclamation mark. And then I'm going to put a semicolon at the end of the line. Now, all the red squigglies should have disappeared. A red squiggly is a bad thing. Red squiggly means your project will not work. Well, it may be that it's misspelt. That could be the problem. But until all the red squigglies are gone, it's not ready to run. Okay? I'm now ready to run. However, it's not quite that simple. The first thing we have to do is tell it, what are you doing? Well, we're making a Java application. Okay, so I've selected Java application. Did you not see a run up there? Yeah, the little play button's run. You can also click on the down arrow by the play button and tell it to run as a Java application. That cuts out a couple of steps. Then it's going to say, hey, I'm going to save all of this before I run it. And it always saves over what was already there. So every time you run it, it automatically updates all your files, saves them in case it crashes your computer, because that would really stuck. Run as Java application. And there it is. Down at the bottom, I've got a console, and it says Hello World. Now, for the first couple of weeks,